Long live the fan personality bravado. We've got another one. So Will Ortner was on the morning show today. The great Will Ortner.
Mm-hmm.
Younger, better-looking version of Suke. And he is still young and full of tea.
Yeah, you were saying this the other day.
I was. He was due. Ortner was due for one of these.
Yep.
And we had Darkin say that he could wrestle a hippo. Swag said he could
squat 300 pounds.
Squat 300. Fisher thinks he can run a 5.27 40, which to me is the least egregious of those claims.
It really is true.
And now we throw this one in here. So Ortner, I'll just play this. This was on Dirt Sprague show. He was filling in. Of course, the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul announcement came out, and they were talking about it.
Exhibition fight, whatever the hell you call that thing.
And here's what he said.
I do think that I could take a punch from Mike Tyson. I think this is a perfect move by Jake Paul, and I think he'll dominate. What?
No, you can't drop that in there.
What are you talking about? He's
Can't.
57.
Have you seen him?
Yeah.
No, have you seen, like, he's done some speed bag stuff, and he's put it on his socials.
I'm not saying I could beat him in a boxing match.
I know you're
Far
not,
from that.
but you could take a punch. He could punch you in the face as hard as he wants one time, and you're going to hurt, but you're going to not be knocked out?
Yeah.
Wow.
I might be, like, concussed. I'll be okay. I think I beat a 10 count.
Will, this is, and I'm not questioning you, this is I'm giving that guy more credit thing. This is, to me, the equivalent of Joe Fisher. I could easily run a sub 5.27 for him.
And here's the thing.
And maybe you can.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you. It is stupid.
I don't. Listening to Ortner's voice on that clip, I don't even think he believes.
I don't think he believes it either.
Well, he can't. Like this, I put this, it's got to be the same thing as Darkins. There's no way Darkins believes that he can beat a hippo.
I don't know about that.
If he does, that's the dumbest thing that's ever been.
He thinks he could run in circles long enough to tire it out. I don't think he thinks he could beat it.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But besides the hippo thing, the Will Ortner thinking that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I feel like as soon as he said it, he wished he hadn't.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
100%.
He
Again,
was kind of
he admits he's never been in a fight. He's never been punched. And he thinks that he's going to take one on the chin.
From Mike
Tyson.
And have you seen those videos recently?
Yeah, Tyson's all ripped.
I mean,
well, he's
I
all,
don't care
I'm
how
sure
old
he's
he
on
is.
all kinds of TRT and whatnot.
Well, so
But
what?
I hear
He's
the
ripped.
sound when the glove hits the mitt, and it's
by the way,
terrifying.
By the way, Mike Tyson knows how to throw a punch.
This is what I'm saying. First off, the older you get, the last thing to go is your punching power. Say this all the time. When guys like Foreman and Holyfield get in there and they fought when they're in their 40s or 50s, that's what they said. They're shells of their former self, but the last thing to go is your power, right? You got that old man strength. And Tyson at 57 on whatever chemicals he's on, when you watch him, he still looks pretty good. He can still move. And you said it, he knows how to punch. And if you've ever been, and like I said, I don't claim to be any sort of expert, but like I go to a boxing gym. I spar. I've sparred with guys that I guess are technically professional fighters, guys trying to move up and actually do something. And this is with large training gloves and headgear. And I'm telling you, when one of those guys at 200 pounds clips you, you get your ass sat down. And it isn't one of those where you're like, oh, that's a little. No, you're done. You sit down. It's why I don't do it much anymore, because getting hit sucks. You have no idea what it's like to get hit by someone that knows how to throw a punch. And you're not talking about some dude down at McConnell's boxing gym in Portland. You're talking about one of the great punchers of all time. And you, who have never been hit in your life, think that you are going to take one on the button
from one of the most ferocious punchers in the history of the world.
And you think you're going to beat a 10 count? You're lucky if your jaw doesn't get shattered in 5 places. This is again coming from someone that's never been punched ever. It's just stupid. It's just absolutely absurd that now, if you're going to say like, I don't know, like a jab from Tyson, sure. But Tyson hitting you with a hook, and by the way, he was one of the guys that could knock you out with either hand. If you got hit with a hook or an uppercut from Mike Tyson at 57 or 58 years old, it wouldn't matter. Your eyes would go in the back of the head and you would crumple. You would fold like a pair of twos. So
who do you think's next in line? I feel like
for one of these grandioso sort of schemes.
I feel like Schultze is due for one of these.
I guess. I mean, it's
like Schultze's going to claim he can hit a home run off of Garrett Cole or something.
Yeah, I don't.
And say, like if I just caught one, I just have to throw the bat at it. And
I could get a piece of a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. like I could foul one off.
The only thing is, I think Schulte's been beaten down enough by life where I don't think his is going to be any sort of athletic take. But
yeah.
This goes back to what I said yesterday. All these people that don't run, that don't lift, that don't fight, that somehow think they can run, lift, and fight. It's just,
I don't know.
It's absurd.
I always feel like, and this is not a knock to these guys. It isn't. They're young.
Yeah.
But I always feel like the people who make these types of claims they just haven't lived enough of life yet.
Yeah, they've never been hit.
or just been around like high level athlete. Like, I don't know, the lack of respect. By the way, this is ageism from Ortner.
Yeah.
The first thing he said was, he's 57 years old.
Yeah.
Screw you, Ortner. Yeah, that's old, but that guy could kick your ass. One punch and you're down.
Yes.
It's ageism. Get out of here, Ortner. But I just mean those guys they're just young and they just need to be around, jump in a ring, live a little, get in a fight.
Well, like
maybe a knife fight, or in the talking about Joe Fisher. Just if you live enough, you get into enough. I don't know what, like golf tournaments with professional athletes, or around enough professional athletes, you just learn that you're not like them.
No, I always joke that we all think we're sharks, right?
Everyone does.
Everyone thinks they're a shark.
Every male does until he realizes that he isn't.
And the problem is that you're swimming in a bathtub. You're a goldfish, and then you keep moving up to bigger. You move from a goldfish tank into a bathtub, into a pond, into a river, and even the ones that keep progressing, eventually you find yourself in the open ocean. And then you encounter actual sharks. And even those guys, occasionally, like I made it to the NFL, right? I was somewhat successful. And so at that point, you're a little bravado. And then you realize, oh, I'm in the ocean now. I may be a shark, but guess what I am? I'm like a nurse shark. There's great whites. And then occasionally you meet a great white, and guess what you find out? There's also orcas and killer whales that hunt the great whites.
Look, dude.
And you get humbled so fast. And you're right. These people just need to get out of the goldfish bowl.
Well, I didn't need to get out of the goldfish bowl to understand that there were great whites, okay? But I think it just comes with a little bit of age, a little bit of seasoning. You live a little and you realize, okay. Mike Tyson would floor me.
See, he needs to go to a boxing gym or an MMA gym and watch someone that knows what they're doing just hit the heavy bag. When you sit there and watch someone that's good, and again, I've never been around, that's not true. In college, I was around like Ken Shamrock and Dan Severn and guys that were actually world-class fighters. When you watch one of those guys spar or even hit a heavy bag, I am telling you, up close and personal, there is nothing quite like watching them hit something and you realize, oh my God, that is a human being hitting something like that. And you just picture yourself like getting hit like that, and it will change your entire mind. If he actually sat there and watched Tyson hit a heavy bag or hit the pads.
No, I think he needs to fight him. He's next on Tyson's card after Jake Paul.
It's just... Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Oh, bravado.
Hey, never change any of you.
Yeah, keep it.
What?
Keep doing it.
Never change any of you.
Yeah.
I love this radio station.
Or just be around scary individuals and you'll figure it out real fast.